1/43 scale Disney Store diecast line has finally given us Cars on the Road items, with 3 interesting new packs, including Lightning, Mater, and Ivy, and different plastic accessories to turn them into different variants that appear throughout the show. These go for around $16 or $17 each and can be purchased on the Shop Disney website if you don't have a Disney Store in your area. I used to have a Disney Store by me. I don't anymore. So, yeah, you could pick them up on their website, which is what I did. I purchased all 3 of these packs, as well as the 2 Cars Toon 3 packs that are currently out. Typically, I wouldn't buy that many Disney Store cars, but I really wanted to just get all 3 of these on the road packs just to see what they were like, see how the different accessories work, and all that. Now, Ivy here, of course, has not received her regular 1/55 scale diecast from Mattel yet. That's coming out later this month. It's up for order on Amazon in a 3-pack. That's Amazon exclusive. Mine is set to come on April 16th, so in about 2 weeks. So Disney Store beat out Mattel by just a couple of weeks in terms of getting their Ivy out. And it's going to be interesting to compare them after they are out. Ivy here looks pretty good. I've never had a Disney Store monster truck before. And the cool thing is she actually still has the pullback action feature that the Disney Store has been putting in their cars for several years. You could also see that her accessory is a plastic shell to fit over her to make her into dirty, mossy Ivy. I think this is probably the worst looking of all the accessories we've gotten with these cars because of that. Yeah, as you can see, in order to fit this over Ivy, of course, I had to accommodate for her headlights, so they just made a bunch of moss and made it look like it was on top of her headlights, which is not how it was in the show. It just makes her look like she has a weird haircut. And the weirder thing is they actually chose to cut out a hole in the back of Ivy's truck bed as to not interfere with the little gold bar back there. So why couldn't they have just cut a hole in the roof so that the headlights were unchanged? I don't know, but whatever. Still exciting to get. Anyway, guys, welcome back to another review. Today we're going to be taking a look at the Disney Store Cars on the Road Ivy, so let's get started. As you can see, we've got Lightning and Mater on the box, just their Cars on the Road artwork, Cars on the Road logo there, and all of the typical things you'd expect to see on the Cars on the Road sort of map art that we've seen on all sorts of merchandise. Salt Flats labeled there, Willie's Butte, a cone with a flag sticking out of it. I don't know what that's supposed to represent, honestly. Over here you can see some generic desert, a volcano, probably for Dino Park, I assume. And you can see it says interchangeable attachments and pull back and let it go. You could have said that in several less words. Pull back and let go. I don't know why pull back is 2 words. Whatever. Anyway, yeah, you can see what's included there with Ivy. And, of course, the accessory to make her covered in moss. Now, the Disney Store always kind of overdoes it when it comes to packing in their cars. They're always like twist tied down or like pegged down in the package. It's always way over the top and so unnecessary. So it's going to be interesting to see how they pack these cars in for these packs. Of course, yep, twist ties. Why does it have to be twist ties? Disney Store, this isn't necessary. Oh, look, we also have the little, like, stretchy plastic ties holding down the mossy Ivy, and wow, that is, oh, wow, oh, that is cheap. Oh no, oh, I was not expecting that. Oh my, oh no. This feels really cheap, guys. Now, look, I should have seen that coming, okay? The Disney Store stuff is always a lower quality than your typical Cars merchandise, but it's not even plastic. It's like paperboard. What? Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, what? I thought these would be like a thick plastic sheet. It's a very thin plastic sheet. I'm afraid it would break if I try to warp it too much. Oh, that is not good. Although then again, having that would probably be better than having some sort of like thick plastic sheet. I think they decided to make to use a thinner material so it doesn't make the car appear any bigger, you know? If you were to put this sort of thick plastic sheet over the character, then it would increase the size of the character, and thus it would no longer be in scale, I guess, with the other Disney Store cars. So I do get why they did that. It's just, you know, the Disney Store, again, despite them being larger and more expensive, they've never had the highest quality Cars die-casts. Sometimes you feel like you're getting a little ripped off when it comes to the Disney Store cars. Like, for example, this pack is, what, this was $17? That's around the same price as the 155 scale pack. That includes Ivy, just for reference in terms of the pricing. But I could wiggle Ivy free. There we go, just to show you the inside of the box with her removed. Just got some generic desert detailing. I quite like that. It matches the graphic design of the 155 scale on-the-road items. Alright, just pulling the twist ties off of Ivy. And here she is, and she's pretty heavy. Pretty substantial, and yeah, she's got a pullback function. Very nice. That's probably why this whole base area is so bulky. The pullback motor is probably in there, right? It's pretty cool to have a pullback item this large. She also has rubber tires. All 4 of her tires are rubber, not just these pullback ones, which is very, very nice. I really like her expression. We actually haven't seen the expression of the Mattel release just yet, but it is very in character for her. Looks just like her. Really nice. Definitely better than, like, the Mini Racers expression. And that expression is carried over to our little cheap plastic paperboard friend, Mossy Ivy, which we will put on as soon as we're done taking a look at Ivy. I really like all the little details in her design, like how her makeup is orange. Of course, we've got the golden headlights there. Really like her color scheme fading into this dark blue. The Mini Racer made her much more metallic than this, which I honestly think is a bit more accurate than what the Disney Store did here. I like all of these silver and gold details painted in there around the base. Very nicely colored throughout. Really nice color scheme. The character just has a cool color scheme in general. Got the whole gold apparatus going on back there. No license plate, which is odd, but then again, I guess she was kind of living on the lam in the wilderness, so I guess that's fine. Flames painted on either side. There is a look at the base. Even the base is painted a little, which is pretty cool. And you can see these are actually still made in China, while Mattel has moved their production to Thailand. So here is your little sheet that you could put over Ivy. Again, it's not like thick plastic like I thought it would be, and I think that's fine because like, you know, like I said, it would make the character a lot bigger. It's covered in this fake moss, which is actually textured. I don't know what the material is called, but looking at it, I'm sure you could already tell what it feels like. It's not very pleasant, but it is nice that it's textured. You know, all of the decals, and by all of them, I mean just the one sticker for her eyes, is very clearly a sticker on her eyes. You could even sort of see through it. And yeah, this is really cheap. And you gotta remember, a Disney Store sells its singles for around $7 or $8. I don't know how much they'd sell Ivy since she is much larger and they never really had a deluxe line, but this is $10 more than your traditional Disney Store single. I would have expected something a little higher quality than that, but I shouldn't have thought that because, you know, it's the Disney Store. You could very easily put it on Ivy and it doesn't even stay down. See, that's why I was hoping they'd be plastic, because then they would, then it would, you know, cling better. But she's got a little bit of wiggle room. Also, there's just an oversight here with this part. Why is this part here? They cut out an opening in the truck bed so that, cut out an opening in the truck bed so that, you know, this part didn't interfere with the moss, and rightfully so, but when you slip this over, this part jutting out prevents it from fully being on the car. And I mean, it looks accurate enough, right? It looks like Ivy covered in moss. It looks perfectly alright. I don't really mind it, but, you know, just saying, not the tightest fit, and that's fine. Again, if it were too tight of a fit, you may risk damaging the item, or again, it would make the item way bigger. But yeah, you gotta remember, this is $10 more than your regular Disney Store car. At least Lightning and Mater come with more accessories than Ivy does, you know, and they come with bigger accessories and seems like much better made accessories than this. But it's fine. It's perfectly serviceable for what it is. Like I said, I was expecting higher quality, but probably shouldn't have, because it is a Disney Store car at the end of the day. But I think it's perfectly fine. I think it looks a lot better without that stuff on it. This is a really solid diecast, really solid representation of Ivy. I never liked how this looked from the beginning, but knowing it's a pretty cheap material definitely adds to my disappointment. Alright, we're going to test out Ivy's pullback action, and, you know, I feel like these pullback tests I do in these reviews aren't always the most necessary thing, but this time, I just want to see if this piece comes flying off or, like, starts wiggling when she's going fast, because that would just be a testament to it not being built the best. Alright. She seemed pretty powerful just from when I was revving her up, and I'm really happy that they still put the pullback feature in a larger vehicle. So we're going to line her up. She's going to go across the full distance of this room and hopefully land safely in the Taylor Swift pillow. So, go Ivy! No, go Ivy, no! Alright, so that clearly didn't work. She crashed right into my other Disney Store cars and my feather duster. And she had quite a bit of power left in her. She's a pretty loud pullback. Definitely pretty loud. And she goes on for quite a while. But again, pretty powerful pullback. At least she sounds like it. She was moving pretty slow earlier, but she is a bigger vehicle, so more power, slightly slower movement, whatever. I'm sure that works out scientifically. I don't know. Go, Ivy, go! She can't even hit the pillow correctly. So at the end of the day, honestly, I don't really know how I feel about this item. I really like the Ivy diecast. This piece was a disappointment. I can only hope the Lightning and Mater are better. I'd just be careful with this because it would break. I don't want this to be seen as like a negative review because I really do like this Ivy, and this is a really fun concept with Cars toys. But again, like I've been saying throughout the whole review, you have to remember at the end of the day, this is still a Disney Store item, and those aren't always the highest quality. Ivy's diecast, solid. This, not so much, but still very, very cool. And again, I hope the Lightning and Mater work better and are more interesting, and they should be, considering the fact that they come with actual plastic accessories like Mater's Super Speed apparatus and McQueen's Rumbler gear. This will probably also be that cheap sort of papery material, but, you know, that's perfectly fine. I think they'll both probably work out better than Ivy. If you're buying this, you bought it for Ivy, right? Probably not for this. If you bought the Lightning and Mater, you probably bought it for the accessories. But if you bought Ivy, you probably bought Ivy for Ivy. And if you did that, then you got a pretty good Ivy. Anyway, guys, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye now.